Episode 7 focuses on the growing cracks within both factions as trust begins falling apart from every direction. While battles continue to shape the war, the episode spends even more time showing how personal betrayals and divided loyalties are becoming just as dangerous as dragons on the battlefield. In King's Landing, Alicent's absence leaves Helaena under Rhaenyra's protection. Hoping to understand the strange visions Helaena has been experiencing, Rhaenyra asks her to speak about her recent dreams. Helaena describes them as anxiety dreams, but the conversation offers little comfort as uncertainty continues surrounding the future. Rhaenyra also faces growing problems within her own council. Torrhen Manderly becomes the target of public anger after Rhaenyra blames him for the suffering of the small folk. At the same time, Mysaria quietly works to deepen the growing distance between Rhaenyra and Daemon. She repeatedly questions Daemon's honesty, especially after he claimed to have killed the rider of Sheepstealer. Those doubts become even stronger when Adam and Baela arrive with unexpected news. They report seeing Sheepstealer alive and carrying a rider. Determined to uncover the truth herself, Rhaenyra decides to fly out and confront the situation directly. Meanwhile, Harrenhal becomes the setting for another major twist. Aemond is training with a massive sword when Alicent arrives. She tells him that Aegon is probably dead and says he has always been the strongest of her children. After embracing him, she leads him to bed. The episode then reveals that this woman is not actually Alicent at all. It is Alice disguised as her, using the deception in an attempt to bear a Targaryen son. Not long afterward, the real Alicent finally reaches Harrenhal accompanied by her protector and guide, Ser Adrian. The meeting immediately turns deadly when Aemond kills Ser Adrian without hesitation. During dinner, Aemond announces that he intends to remain at Harrenhal with Alice and make the castle his permanent seat of power. Alice later warns Aemond that his own mother intends to betray him. Alicent secretly steals Ser Adrian's knife from his body before finding an opportunity to drug Aemond. She escapes while he struggles to remain conscious. Barely able to stand, Aemond staggers toward Alice before collapsing. Elsewhere, Daemon continues searching the Vale for Rhaenyra before Rhaenyra eventually learns where she is. He finally finds her near Fairmarket investigating reports of Bagger. Moments later, Rhaenyra and Adam also arrive, creating a tense confrontation. The situation quickly escalates as Sheepstealer, Caraxes, Syrax, and Seamoke face one another. While the riders argue, the dragons remain on the verge of attacking. The standoff finally breaks when Rhaenyra moves against Rhaenyra, prompting Sheepstealer to intervene. The dragons immediately clash. Syrax and Caraxes attack Sheepstealer together. During the fight, Daemon seriously wounds Sheepstealer, but the dragon manages to escape alive. Although the confrontation ends without a death, the damage between the riders is impossible to ignore. After returning to King's Landing, Rhaenyra refuses to meet with Rhaenyra, leaving Baela to comfort her instead. Daemon pleads for Rhaenyra's forgiveness, but the trust between them has clearly been broken. Mysaria continues encouraging Rhaenyra to doubt Daemon's loyalty, driving an even deeper divide between them. The emotional tension eventually reaches another turning point. After arguing with Mysaria, Rhaenyra unexpectedly kisses her, and the two spend the night together, adding another complicated layer to the growing conflict within her inner circle. In Tumbleton, Ormond strengthens his own position after capturing Corlys. To force Driftmark into submission, he orders one of Corlys' fingers cut off and sent to Alan as proof of his captivity. The brutal message is meant to prevent any reinforcements from reaching King's Landing. Ormond also takes advantage of Daemon's earlier humiliation of Ulf in Flea Bottom. Promising him control of Driftmark now that Corlys is imprisoned, Ormond successfully persuades Ulf to join his side. With that decision, two dragons now fall under Ormond's growing influence, making him an even greater threat. The episode's final storyline follows Aegon, Larys, and Tyland as they travel toward Braavos. Along the way, they encounter a moot unforced loyal to Rhaenyra that is searching for Tyland. Rather than continuing to run, Aegon decides to make one final stand. Larys chooses to leave, claiming he will make sure Aegon's story is remembered in song, while Tyland remains beside his king. When the Mouton soldiers arrive, Aegon delivers a speech before preparing for what appears to be his last battle. At first, the opposing force seems ready to attack. Then everything changes. From the forest behind Aegon, Sunfyre suddenly emerges. The sight of the dragon immediately terrifies the Mouton soldiers. Before they can recover, Aegon calmly gives a single command: Dracarys. Sunfyre unleashes a devastating torrent of dragon fire, burning the entire Mouton host. As the flames consume the battlefield, Aegon watches with satisfaction and bursts into laughter. The ending reshapes the balance of power across the war. Rhaenyra's confidence in Daemon continues to collapse under Mysaria's influence. Aemond is left vulnerable after Alicent's escape. Ormond gains powerful new allies, and Aegon proves he is far from defeated. With Sunfyre returning to the battlefield and dragons now shifting between rival factions, the episode closes by making it clear that the struggle for the Iron Throne has entered an even more dangerous phase.